What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new album from the band Cough, entitled Still They Pray. This is released on Relapse Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Richmond, Virginia, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very dark, loud, psychedelic style of stoner doom metal. Yeah. My first introduction to this band was their 2010 sophomoric effort entitled Ritual Abuse. Upon hearing the tracks Crippled Wizard, Crooked Spine, I was immediately enthralled by a band like this. Of course, there were a lot of added factors to a band like this. The slow pace, the very loud, distorted riffs, very heavy feedback Latin, the tormented style of vocals from the singing to the screaming. It was just a very intense sort of release, and it very much fit the style of doom metal that they were going for. It even led me to their 2008 debut, Sigillum Luciferi. Very twisted, very dark, very evil-sounding doom metal. I like this band's approach to doom metal. Evil, slow-paced, riff Latin, lots of tormented twists and turns. I really enjoy what Cough bring with their style of doom metal. It's been 6 years since the last time this band has been putting out stuff, and most notably one of the main people behind this project has been doing some time in a project called Windhand, which is another doom metal band that's been getting a lot of notoriety within the extreme metal and music worlds. A lot of popularity, a lot of notoriety, and they've been doing pretty well over the years. But now, Cough are back, and we have their third full length with Still They Pray. It's 8 tracks, and it clocks in at around 67 minutes in length, and it goes without saying that this is probably the most diverse and the most spread out album in the Cough discography. More songs, more lengthy tracks, just a lot of things to be spread out and spaced out this time around. But it pretty much feels as if nothing's really been lost. These guys still know how to make heavy as balls doom metal, and they do so with a very intriguing release like Still They Pray. One thing to point out about this release is the fact that it does have a very thick, heavily layered sort of production quality going for it. If I'm not mistaken, Joss Osborne from Electric Wizard is one of the people behind the boards for this record, and you can easily tell that his band's sort of influence lays a big part into this album's production style, especially from the way every single instrument and sound and nook and cranny on a release like this is utilized, and I think it's a very well suited sort of production value for a band like this. But as far as the music is concerned, it's what you would expect from a Cough release: heavy, heavier, heaviest, and there is a lot of heaviness to be heard on here. These guitar riffs are what make a release like this so special, and it's just so crushing. I mean, you hear it on the opening track, Haunter of the Dark, and then on tracks like Masters of Torture. Just some really, really great riff work to be done here. It's loud, it's obnoxious, but yet you feel the heaviness the minute you hear a riff that stays stuck with you and gets catchy. The distortion sounds wonderful. The heavy riffs just get the job done here all the way throughout. As is the case for any sort of doom metal release, the bass tone is heavy as well, very audible and clear, not too overly dominant, but it really lets in the means for the main guitars to really shine and show through here, and I think it works out very nicely. The drumming on here is very solid too. Your typical sort of doom metal drum performance, very methodical, very patient, but yet when it comes to these lengthy tracks, this drummer knows how to have good pace and stamina. And I think that this drummer really weaves a great story to tell for some of these lengthy tracks. I mean, songs like Dead Amongst the Roses, Shadow of sorry about that, Shadow of the Torture. Yeah, just some really, really good stamina for these lengthy song tracks. And when it comes to the vocals, it's pretty much what you would expect from the Cough vocal style. You get your mixture of really tormented sort of singing, crooning going on, and then you get the instances of screamed, retched sort of vocals. That's what I loved so much about the last Cough record, is it was able to blend in those really evil sort of screams and growls, and then you get these really tormented sort of singing sort of vocals. And I think there's more of an emphasis on singing here on this particular release, but not like I think that's a bad thing. I think this band knows how to balance those two sort of extreme vocal styles very well here. I, of course, love it when I hear a more evil sense of growling and screaming going on here. I think it's a very suitable sort of vocal style for a band like Cough, and I think the vocals work out very well here. So overall, it's damn good to hear Cough make music again. It's been 6 years, and I think that they really haven't lost a pep in their step. There's a lot of awesomeness to be found here on Still They Pray. A lot of great stamina with the drumming, great riffs, great songwriting and bass tones. Love the vocal diversity here. I don't know if I like this more than I do Ritual Abuse, but I think this is a pretty solid record in its own right, and I definitely recommend this to anyone that is into classic doom metal or stoner doom metal. Cough know exactly what they're doing here. So if I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Haunter of the Dark, Masters of Torture, Let It Bleed, and The Wounding Hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you a link in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will link you to the Cough Bandcamp page where you can stream this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can buy it digitally, you can stream it, and it is also available physically as a CD and double LP vinyl. And I believe this band will be doing some North American touring very soon, so keep an eye and ear out for tour dates if you want to catch them and see them live. So, again, the album is Still They Pray by Cough. This is released on Relapse Records. Go check this out. And for a score, I'm going to give this a very solid 8.5 out of 10. Very entertaining release, and definitely another high notch for stoner doom metal. So, if you happen to have heard this release, definitely let me know what you think about it, and how you feel about it, and how you feel it compares to previous Cough releases, or any of you guys into Cough, or any Windhand fans here. Let me know what you think. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until next time, Army Ho out.